Welcome to this PAECT Pod Short, featuring our special guest, Michael Hardisky.
Great stuff. Love the excitement. So now I'm gonna hold off on you, Amy. I'm gonna jump over to Mike, and then we're gonna come back to you. All right. So Mike, is it a typo on your screen that you got a star of 2016 and a star of 2023?
No, that is not a typo.
Not a typo.
Nope.
So you were a star coming in 2016, and you decided to come back. Why?
I realized how impactful KTI was on it. When I left in 2016, it was a springboard towards new things. Putting myself out there, like everyone has said. And then coming back in 2023, I realized the treasure that was there. All of the great sessions, you're back on the cutting edge of technology. And I just needed that again.
Nice. So, all right. So we'll go back to 2016. You get the nomination, and leading up to it, talk about, did you have excitement, reservations? Where were you at?
Definitely reservations. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. A good friend of mine was pushing and pushing and pushing. He said, no, you need to go. No, you need to go. I'm like, okay. So I went through the whole thing, and it was life-changing. Once you experience it, it was life-changing. You see the world in a whole other mindset. And yeah, I got pushed through it, and it changed. Yeah.
So then now fast forward 2023, you didn't get a nomination this time. There was an email I believe Scott put out at some point, and you saw that email. And how quick from the email to you clicking the button and filling it out? How fast did that happen?
Probably within an hour, because I realized what KTI was in hindsight and the value that it has. I think the second time going through, I took much more away from it because I knew what the potential was, and I took a ton from it. And now I can move it even further forward. Like if you go through the whole summit the first time, you move forward a little bit. But then if you look at it again, you're like, oh, wow, I can do amazing things with this. And you can move it 2-3 times further and extend that to your classroom and your students and go, wow, look what I just learned.
Very cool. So now here's the question to you. Are you going to sit back and wait another 2 or 3 years for the ability for an alumni to attend, or are you going to fill out that form for lead learner? Where are you at on that scope?
That's a very good question. I'm teetering back and forth.
It's what I get paid nothing to do here.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I've seen how hard those lead learners work, and how much they dedicate their time and effort into making sure that every class of KTI comes out successful. And some years you get just burnt out by teaching, and you don't have the energy required sometimes to do that. But I think after doing this the second time, my application is going to go in because I think I have stuff to share. I think I have what it takes to do what they did and what I've seen now twice over, and put in that work, because I think that putting in that work is worth it for that next class of coming out of KTI, because they need to understand what they have in front of them, what the sessions mean, what the lead learners are trying to offer them.
Yep. And I think I would dissect I think I have, and it's an I thing. So you individually think it's a mental thing. And a lot of us battle that with it. It's a block sometimes we have. We don't think, like Juliana, she alluded to it earlier, just referencing, oh my gosh, she got all fired up. She's writing these things and she got so excited, and how she was in the different meetings. We all experienced that block,
Yeah.
So that's cool to hear though. Yeah.
And it's a good answer because it'll be at least 6 years until you have a chance to come back again. So
I don't know if I can wait that long.
That's what he's trying to push you.
Yeah,
All right,
I mean,
that's the Papa Prod right there.
yeah, there is a lot of effort that's put in by the staff and the lead learners, but you get a rush. It's like going to Pete. I got to go to ISTE for the first time. Going to some of the regional ed camps and the regional conferences. You're going and you're meeting like-minded people, and even though, like you said, it can wear you down, you get rejuvenated. And even though this is a lot of work, and I know like the attendees wrap up their day, they kind of go decompress, and the lead learners go back into meetings and plan for the next day. Even though it wears you down, there's still a lot of energy coming back into you and like feeding back into the system, because you're with a lot of people who are excited and learning off of you, and you're learning from them. So it is a way to kind of re-energize, even though it does drain you a bit.
True that. All right, so we do have that would be let me stutter a little bit more. That would be a hat tip to our committee that does the rooming.
Yes.
With the welcoming, like I don't know, there's some secret sauce there that I don't even know that just ends up pairing people up that just they hit it off. So it's super cool always hearing those stories. All right, Dr. Hardisky. So you got 2 experiences to go from. You can go this year, then compared to the 2016, you could do 2016 to this year. When was that point in the week where kind of that the switch flipped?
In 2016, when that switch flipped, was when I got partnered up with a mentor, Mr. Bundy, who took a group of us under his wing, and we're like, look, we're going to do this together, blah, 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 blah. And I knew at that moment I had a lead learner that was going to look out for me and make sure that I succeeded in my endeavors and in my ideas. So definitely getting paired up with a lead learner at that time was the switch. This year, the switch was during one session that discussed AI's capability. And I was like, I know I am on the cutting edge of ed tech when they're talking about AI and how it can be used sort of as a dual sword, right? So there's good points to AI and there's bad points to AI. And sitting through that session, that's what clicked and went, wow, I cannot, next thing forward is research. Like that's it. You're standing at that edge of what's known, and it's really awesome.
Yeah, nice stuff. So, all right, Don, we're over an hour already. Our banter only goes on for so long until it wears itself out, So, what an awesome night. We still have another night, August 15th, to talk a little bit more KTI, but amazing stuff discussed tonight. So, I truly appreciate everybody being here. And, it's just always important for us to say PACT.
We are
the voice of EdTech and PA.
And beyond.
Let's thank our sponsors. PACT would like to thank our corporate council sponsors. We'd like to thank EduSpire for being our venture sponsor. Tech the next step. Thank you so much for ClassLink for sponsoring PACT. More time learning, less time logging in. And Go Guardian, a proud sponsor of PACT. And finally, thank you to Howard Technology Solutions for being our corporate council sponsor. We'd like to